Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is 50 Ways to Kiss, Part 9. Enjoy. How do I perform a love bite? Shoto asked with the most dead serious look on his face. Perform? He spluttered out, trying to keep from laughing at just how adorably he had asked his question. Yes, he stated. Listen, you don't need to perform a love bite on me. No one is going to take me away from you, you reassured him. You are beautiful, Yin, and there are people who will want to take you for themselves. I cannot allow that to happen. Are you referring to your brother? Because he was just trying to get a rise out of you, and it worked. He doesn't want to steal me away, truly. He was just teasing. It was a joke. It was not funny, Shoto stated. Well, no, you're right, it was mean, but you don't need to worry. You got up on your tippy toes a little and kissed the tip of his nose, making him go cross-eyed as he kept his gaze on you. No one is taking me away, you affirmed again. How do you perform a love bite? I need to know, he then said. Not that he had completely ignored all of your other comments, but he had completely ignored all of them. I'll tell you, but you have to promise me that you won't try and do one here and now, understand? You said firmly. He nodded. Okay, so you awkwardly explained how to do a hickey, and Shoto wore an odd expression on his face for the entirety of the explanation. Okay, do you get it? You asked on the end. He nodded. Does it hurt? He asked. I don't think it's supposed to, he replied. I guess it all depends on how hard you suck and how long you suck for. I don't know, this is a weird conversation. It really is. Natsuo's voice came from behind Shoto, and your man moved so quickly you thought he was going to ice his brother. What are you doing here? You were spying on us, Shoto said darkly. Relax, bro. I came to tell you dinner's ready, Natsuo said with a warm smile, doing his best to remain neutral. Shoto was still stiff, but you did your best to calm the situation. Thank you, Natsuo, we're coming, you said, taking Shoto's hand in yours and squeezing it as you took the lead and started to lead Shoto from the room after Natsuo down to the dining area again. Shoto was very quiet throughout dinner and would only act quick if it looked like you needed something from the far end of the table. He was determined to get you what you wanted before Natsuo did. He seemed to want to be one up on his brother. All in all, it was a pleasant dinner, and by the end of it you were feeling very relaxed. Thank you so much for making dinner for me, you said kindly to Shoto's sweet older sister. You're a great cook. Oh, I'm not that good. I'm happy you enjoyed it though, she said as she collected some of the empty dishes on the table and got up to take them to the kitchen. I'll do that, Natsuo said, getting up to take them from his sister. Oh, that's kind of you, you commented to Natsuo, praising him for a job that you were about to volunteer for. I will help also, Shoto said, getting up and stacking more plates, then balancing them on his arm as he tried to out-carry the amount that his brother had just carried. Fuyumi shook her head and chuckled as Shoto left the room, closely following Natsuo out. Then she turned to you. Shoto heard that Natsuo is quite popular with the girls in university, and ever since has had a one-sided rival with him. When Shoto came home and told us that he had a girlfriend, we both thought that he would stop trying to prove himself, but he's still very much trying to show Natsuo up. She smiled warmly. Thank you for being with him. I can't thank you enough, she added. Don't thank me, he's the one who's changed my life. He's so patient with me. I'm not the easiest person to be with, you said a little sheepishly. Yin, care to dance? Natsuo asked as he burst through the doors with the cheekiest grin on his face. Natsuo! Shoto called from further in the kitchen, the sound of his running footsteps echoing on the tatami mats as he ran up behind his brother. Natsuo burst out laughing and took off running past you and Fuyumi and out into the hall with Shoto hot on his tail. Shoto, he's just joking, Fuyumi called after your enraged boyfriend. Stop right now, Shoto called, the sound of his ice being deployed making Natsuo shriek. Hey, no quirks in the house. Stop trying to get Yin to be yours. I'm just joking, bro. It's not a funny joke. No ice. Hey! Fuyumi, Natsuo's running in the halls, Shoto bellowed. You and Fuyumi were in fit of giggles by then. It was nice to catch a glimpse of what it would have been like, having been around these siblings when they were growing up. After you had managed to catch Shoto and calm him down, you stayed a little longer, then excused yourself to head home. I'll have the chauffeur drive us to your house, then I'll come back, Shoto said to you and Fuyumi, as you and he were both leaving the house. Thank you for dinner, you said to Fuyumi, who reached out and hugged you. Thank you for coming, she said after she had pulled back from the hug. It was lovely to meet you. Same, you replied with a warm smile. After final goodbyes were said, you and Shoto walked out to the waiting car and got in, settling back for a short ride home. That was a nice night, you smiled at him. Yes, except for Natsuo, he replied blandly. I thought it was cute watching you interact with your siblings, he said gently, squeezing his hand. I didn't play with them much growing up, he commented. I know, so this was nice to see you just being you. He turned his head to yours and kissed your lips gently, but didn't want to get too involved because the driver was keeping an eye on you both. As you got closer to home, you started to get a little nervous, wondering if your mum was home. Hey, can you maybe stop just around the corner? You asked the driver as he drove slowly down the adjacent street. Is there a reason? Shoto asked you. Well, Mum doesn't know about you yet, and I don't want her to see us pulling up in a fancy car, you know. It's, we don't have a chauffeur or anything. You fumbled for the right words to say. Shoto and you came from different worlds, and you were still mentally trying to span the gap and work out how it was all going to come together when he met your somewhat eccentric mother. Shoto, amazingly, could sense your discomfort and turned to the driver. Please stop on the corner, he asked the older gentleman. As you wish, young sir, the chauffeur replied, slowing to a stop near the corner of the crossroads. You thanked the driver and hopped out, closing the door and waiting for Shoto to step around to your side. He took a second to say something to the driver, and then the car slowly drove off, making you pull a confused face. Where's he going? You asked your boyfriend. I'll call him back when I leave your place, Shoto said. Oh, okay, you said nervously. Is he coming over whether or not my mum is home or not? You thought. Hand in hand, you walked around the corner, and your eyes scanned the street ahead for your house. All the lights were off. It looked like she wasn't home. Oh, Mum's not back yet? She must have gone out with her friends, you mused out loud. That is good. The way Shoto said it made an excited shiver shoot down your spine. What did he have on his mind? Oh, I wonder. Hold on a sec. I think I have a sneeze coming. A hickey. Yeah. I think maybe that's what's on his mind. Anyway, stay tuned for part 10 coming next Wednesday.